Hey guys, here with Spool and Boost, covering for my brother today. So my dad has just got this new Toyota Tacoma. It's a 1999 model, and we're gonna be doing a couple upgrades today. We're gonna be doing some headlights today. I'm gonna make this a multi-part series where there's a couple pieces here and there that we're gonna change on this to make it look more like a newer vehicle, where they have the daytime running lights and make it look a lot nicer, and probably have some nice brighter lights for driving at night. But we're gonna have fun doing it. I'm gonna record it so we can learn this together on how to do it. So today we'll be doing the headlights, and I'll show you how to do it. Alrighty. So first things first, we're gonna have to remove the grill. So to remove the grill, they got these little clips in here, and to remove them, you kind of have to stick your finger right where that little tab is right there, and kind of push down, and it kind of pops out like that. Do it on all four. I'm missing one here, but it's also the same down there. There's one down there and one over there in each corner, and once you do that, the grill should come out, and I'll show you the next step after that. Alrighty, I just got the grill off. There's 6 of these clips. They're kind of a pain to get out, but basically as you push this top tab down, or try to stick your finger and push this tab down, it'll unclip from these little tabs right here, and you should be able to get your grill out. Once you get your grill out, you got to remove this bottom cover, which there's a bolt right there, and I think it's got a slide tab or a push tab, but I'll show that here in a bit. When you remove this light, you got to remove this one screw, and I think that's it for these side markers. So I'm going to do that real quick. So it's going to be a 10mm for removing this guy. So you have to just finick with it, but it just kind of just pops in like that. It's got a little bottom tab and a top tab, so you slide the top tab in, then you push down and it clips on the bottom tab. And you need a Phillips over here. And so this. One screw right here, and this will be for the side marker. If I pull this screw out, the side marker should just come right out. Take a little bit of maneuvering, but that's just part of the process, of course. Sometimes it might need a little bit of finesse because the old holders might be still holding on pretty nicely. Alrighty, so I just popped it out like so. It just has this little pop pin that goes in here. Should slide frontwards. The reason you got to do that is to remove the light. You got to remove these 2 bolts. Then you got another. Oh, let me see here. Got another bolt right here. I think, and there's a one right down there, right in that little hole. And that's how you'll get the light housing out. So yeah, it's just the one screw for this guy. I'm gonna unplug this guy here. Just push this tab down and just wiggle it gently. You don't want to break the clip. And once you do that, get yourself a side marker light. These aren't the blinkers. The blinkers are these guys right here. Now for this headlight, it looks like all the bolts are 10mm. Alright, got those 2 bolts off from that side. There's one bolt in there. that. Right here for now. And the last one is this one. And now this whole headlight housing should, you got to pull it out this way because you got the studs over here, and just like that, comes right out. Lug your plug right off. Might be a little bit stuck in there. There we go. And just like that, you got your headlight housing out, and you got your blinker housing out. I'm gonna do the other side, and then after I do the other side, I'll start the camera back up again, and I'll show you how to remove the blinker housings, because I got some new ones, the same color, just one brand new, nice bright orange. So, alrighty. So here we are. The whole front fascia has been taken off, and over here I got the new headlights compared to the old ones. There's the old ones, all faded and stuff. The blinkers look about the same, but since these are brand new, they look a lot clearer than these ones. And I'm gonna put different bulbs in these ones compared to the old ones. Well, the old ones actually burnt out, to be honest. So I removed, oh, it wasn't this one. I removed the light out of this one. I already had a light in it. One of these and this. And all you gotta do is you gotta just twist it. It might be a little stiff. You might need to use just pliers, but don't break the connector. And it uses this type of LED right there for focus. 194. I'm using a Savania LED. So I'm going to swap those out into these. And then I got these new headlights to put in these. They already came with some, but I'm going to put some LEDs in it so I have better visibility at night. But to remove those, you have to lay this down. Be careful, don't want to scratch it. Got to remove this cup that kind of sits here. And you have this clip. You pull it off. Lean it back, and then it comes right out like so. So I'm going to change all these lights, and then after I do that, I'm going to remove the blinkers in the bumper, because I got some new ones, and then I'll start installing these lights and show you how. Alrighty, so I got one of these lights in. I kind of had to learn how to do that for a quick second, because I put in an LED. So this rubber piece, you definitely need it. It seals 3 holes here around the light, and luckily on my bulb, because it's impossible to get around this. On my bulb here, see if I can't chalk you up here real quick. On my bulb here, all you got to do is twist this, and it comes right off. You just gotta remember to put it on, because so then I can slide my rubber piece right back onto my thing here, my light, and then it's keyed so you don't mess it up. Looks like my bigger piece on the bottom here. Just gotta get it right in, slide it all the way down. I don't know if you can see that, but then I just gotta twist. And that's locked in place like so. See if I can get a better angle. There you go. Now you can see that. So that's ready to get installed. And I removed all the headlight bulb. Push this tab. Pull it back. So to put those ones on, it might be a little bit hard. You might have to bend these out just a little bit, but just be gentle with it and it'll work with you. But there's your old headlight bulb. Just set them back here. And put your new one in. And once you do that, work your rubber piece around so it's nice and flat like so, and it doesn't come off, and it should look like that in the end. So I'm going to have to finish doing that on that one, and then I'm going to install a new LED, these little LEDs into the marker light housings, and then I will finally get to the bumper blinkers. Alrighty, So I got the new the LED bulbs in there. I made sure they work with the truck, because sometimes you get some bulbs from online and they don't work. One thing for certain that I probably should have said before I installed these, but before you completely install these little new LED bulbs that I showed you earlier into the truck, make sure they turn on when you turn the headlights on. If they don't turn on, you gotta flip it, because the LED bulbs only let power one way in. So if you put it in one way and the light doesn't turn on, just flip it the other way and it should work. If it doesn't work, you gotta burn, then that bulb is probably bad. But that's my experience with those small LED bulbs. And so I also got these brand new housings too, so they don't look so faded on the truck, those old ones. And to remove those, looks like you got some push clips where you basically push in and they should pop out. And once you do that, you unplug that one connector and those should pop out. So I'm going to try to do that real quick and I'll show you here in a bit. Alright, I got both of them popped out. You kind of just have to get your fingers in there or get some pliers, push on these two clips. And once you do that, you should just be able to push this out and it pops right out. And you have this one clip right here. You have to push down right here. So it can be difficult at times, so I'm going to try to do this while the camera's still rolling. But should be able to just push that down and pop it out. But I have a trick that I like to use every now and then, is where you use a flat screwdriver and you go, but you just be very, very gentle. Alright, I got the old light off, and like what I was trying to say with the screwdriver trick is, since you have to push this tab down, you could try to reach with a pick or a little small screwdriver and push on that tab to push it down. Once you do that, you hook up the light. I got this side already hooked up right there. Make sure you line it up and just shove it in like so. Got a brand new blinker. So I'm going to do that to that side, and then I'm going to start reinstalling the headlights, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do to power on the DRLs that are in the headlights, so they power on when you turn on the parking lights. So let's continue on. Alright, it might look a little bit of a mess because I've been working just for a bit, but I'm gonna do something better than what they do here. I do not like using these because they can get, I just don't like splicing the wires too much. But what I'm gonna do is, for these lights and for something in the future, one of the future videos for this truck that's gonna be on right here, I'm gonna use a fuse kit. I got it from O'Reilly's. They sell many of them. This mini add circuit holder. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this to tap into the tail. This fuse right here. Tail 10 amp. Which is parking lights for this truck. And so I can, and also I'm going to do something so I could, in case I need to remove the headlights in the future, I have these guys with female ends. I'm going to use these. I'm going to make a harness that goes from one side to the other. I'm going to make it nice, tucked away, probably right between the radiator here. So you can plug them in, and then you have your DRLs and these headlights will work when you have your parking lights on. It's going to look sick. I'm going to get to work. I'll make that harness and I'll show you what I did. And we'll see from there. Alrighty, so I've been working for probably a little while. I got this for this light on this side, but I'm basically using these connectors right here in case I need to remove the light. I don't have to cut the harness. I made one set right there because I'm gonna have an upgrade here in a later video that I'll show you guys why I made that. So I got the harness go through here, under this, got a couple zip ties holding it, goes down. I got this light connected already, right between here. And I got the harness going over here. I made an end so it connects on the battery. Then, like earlier I showed, if I can get this off from one-handed, there we go. I put that one power wire so it uses the parking lights. So when you have the parking lights on, works like that. Ain't that nice? So, and I bolted this light down, which, like earlier, is basically the reverse process. You install that bolt, the bolt that goes in this little hole right here, and then those two bolts right there. To adjust the light, there's, I don't know if I can see that so well. See if the camera will focus. That guy right there, that little stud, and also another one right down there. You'll use those to adjust your up and down. So once it gets dark and all that stuff, I'll do that off camera, but that's how you adjust the lights. So I'm going to install this guy. I could probably just do this right now actually. You want to make sure you line up that dowel with that pin right there. So kind of have to wiggle it in there, and then kind of pop it in. Make sure this kind of slides in, and then you put your bolts right there. It'll look like that. So I'm going to install that side, put the grill back on. I'll show you the end product. Alright, now I'm going to show you how to install this side, since I kind of use that side to guide me and get the harness installed. So, got the two studs. Kind of have, well, before actually I do the two studs, I got my connector here. It only goes on one way. So, right there, because this is blank on top. And then, my two wires that I made, go over here, power ground to my harness that I made and showed earlier. I'm going to kind of push those back while I put this in. But the first thing I do is get these first two studs started. And kind of just have to wiggle it gently into place until it kind of falls right in. Because you can also, there we go. You also got to get the alignment bolts, or the bulb, the high beam and low beam adjustment, kind of get through the holes. But now I got them through. Grab one of my bolts right here. Get that started. Kind of barely tighten it. Okay. Got two nuts on this side. And lastly, the one bolt that holds it on the bottom. Gonna have to go through here. And I'm going to tighten all of them by hand, because I don't want to use a gun and break a bolt and have a bad day. There we go. And then for this lens, once you plug it in, kind of have to set that in and then guide that one pin in and shove it in. Once you do that, you got your bolt hole right, your screw hole right here. Kind of get it aligned. get your Phillips and screw it on. Alright, I can turn on my parking lights and we can see how it looks without the grill. There you go. And now, if you did the LED upgrade in the headlights, now you got nice brand new LED low beams and high beams. So, I'm gonna install these now, which you just had, oh, I forgot one thing. On the old lights, you gotta remove this one clip. Just remind me. This one clip has to go on the new light. Goes in right here. Like so. Alright, so I was having a little difficult time trying to get it on there, but I noticed that you can install it first onto your piece. Then you should be able to just push it in. There we go. And now I can put my bolt in there and that's done. And I'll do that for the other side as well. Got the grill back on, close the hood. Now there how it looks. Got nice new brand new amber blinkers. New headlights so you can see better in the night. Also got LEDs in them now. Oh, that looks a lot better. Now I gotta wait until it gets dark so I can adjust them myself, but I'll do that off camera. I don't need to record that. You just have to adjust those little back screws that I showed you earlier, and just get them adjusted, or have a shop do it for you if you're not really confident in doing so. But yeah, there you go. Making your truck look like a newer vehicle with that. I just need to wash mine now, but that's it. That should be probably it for this video. I'll have another couple videos on this truck for installing other things. Probably a multi-part series. So, alrighty. Thanks for watching Spoon and Boost. Subscribe and hit that notification button to see whenever we upload any new videos. And hopefully we'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching.